Morning, this is Brian. Today is Thursday, September 19th, 2024. Back at my beloved Mission Trails Regional Park. Parked right here on Deerfield Court, right off of Mission Gorge Road. So today, I'm trying to think if I can make a connection hike to get up there. Which is Hill 787. I've hiked up there once before when I thought it was Hill 781 because I misread the topo maps. But I'm going to try to see if I can make a connection to get up to the top of that. So I can at least get a nice little hill climb in and summit something today. So again, I am at right near where the Deerfield Loop and the BMX trails come through. But what I want to do is see if I can make some connections to get up there to get to the Corte Loop Trail. The Corte Loop Trail should be able to get me up towards the summit. So let's see if this works out for me today. It should be interesting. I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can navigate my way up there. First time I did it was all the way down from Ilanis Canyon. That was back in March of 2023. So let's see if I can make my connections today and do this. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and kind of consult my park map really quickly. So I guess what I should actually be doing is going the other way on the Deerfield Loop. Well, I could just make a quick loop out of this. It's a 1.5 mile loop apparently. I could do is just loop around this, and then get on I believe the San Diego River Crossing Trail. See if that works. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll see. Take a look and see. Should be interesting anyways. Alright, so at least I'll get a 1.5 mile loop out of this little bit. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Heard a rent-it rattling call. There's a rent-it in here somewhere. Of course, as soon as I turn the camera on, it stops. Knows that there's a big animal. Me. I can hear it rattling now. It was a rent-it. Camaya fasciata. Might be able to hear that. That's a rent-it call. The song is, of course, that's me whistling, of course, but that's what the rent-it song is. But that rattling sounds one of their calls. Looks like this area used to be paved. See pieces of asphalt chunks. All right, Rus integrifolia. Nice sized thicket right there. So let's see. Ooh, bricklebush. Burkelia californica. A little spot of it over here. It's blooming too. What I've read, I've never experienced it at night, but I've read they're supposed to be very fragrant at night. So that'd be pretty cool to experience that. There's the hill right there, Hill 787, which I used to think was Hill 781. It's only 6 feet difference, but you know me, I like to be accurate. There it is, right up there. One of the hills and summits I've climbed here at Mission Trails. And eventually when I do the 6 or 7 summit challenge, you heard me right. If you've been to Mission Trails before and you're aware of the 5 summit challenge, well, you can make this at least a 6 or 7 summit challenge if you're really motivated. With this being one of the summits, if you don't mind going to 3 different trailheads. Obviously Coles Mountain over there would be one of the summits. Coles. Out of the 5 peak challenge, it would be Coles. Then it'd be Powell's peak right there. Quaipai, South Fortuna, and North Fortuna would be your main 5 summits. So why am I saying 7 summits? That sounds like that would be 6 if I included Hill 787. Well, there is actually an unnamed summit between Coles Mountain and Powell's Peak, right there. It's a lot of times it's known as the overview or the overlook, the Powell's Overlook. That peak right there actually has more prominence and slightly more elevation than Powell's Peak. It's about 1380 to 1420 in elevation. So that summit there is the second highest peak here at Mission Trails. And you can access it without illegally going off trail. There's actually a branching trail from the Powell's Peak Trail. There's a trail that branches up to that overlook, and that's the summit. So you can make it a 6 peak challenge if you just want to do the usual ones plus the little branch off to get up to the top of that. But I would probably hoof it all the way to Claremont Mesa Boulevard, go to the end of Claremont Mesa Boulevard or Colina Dorada, and just do a quick climb up that to make it a 7 peak challenge. So hopefully, when the weather gets cool enough, I might be able to do that. Alright, so this is where there's a BMX, I guess a BMX bikes go do their fun little maneuvers and stuff here. They do their actions and their fun tricks and everything, I guess. This right here is the actual loop trail that'll take me up over to loop around back to where I parked and maybe catch the San Diego River crossing trail to see if it's crossable, to see if I can get up to that hill. There's a nice little California sagebrush right here. Very handsome Artemisia californica up here. Alright, so I'm going to keep working my way up this loop. Very cool little spot. Like I said, you can actually make a 6 peak or even a 7 peak challenge if you want to do some extra driving. So I think what the easiest logistics for doing the 5/6 peak challenge is to park at the Mission Dam trailhead. Well, first, no, actually, you want to do the Coles Mountain one first, where you can park for the shortest type of hike to get Coles, maybe peak 1380, and Powell's Peak would be to park either at Golf Crest and Navajo at that trailhead, which fills up really quickly and is basically a freeway of people, or park off of Barker Way. There's a trailhead there, and the distances are about the same, roughly about the same. Do Coles, Powell's, and maybe peak 1380. Do those first. Get those taken care of. And then get back to Mission Gorge Road, drive over to Father Junipero Serra, park there. I'm gonna go over here first. Park over there, then do Quaipai. When you're done with Quaipai, return back to the trailhead, get on the Oak Canyon Trail, and hit up North and South Fortuna. You're looking at about a 4,000 foot elevation gain, roughly about a 14-mile hike. And if you want, you could probably make about a 1-mile hike or so, driving all the way to Claremont Mesa Boulevard, which you would have to go on Mission Gorge, get on the 50, get on to the 52 west, get off at Santo Road, go to Claremont Mesa Boulevard, and then drive to the end of that and park and just climb up this hill here. So yeah, you have options if you want to make it a 6 or 7 peak challenge as well. All right, that's enough yapping for a minute. I'm gonna get a picture or two, and then I'm just gonna resume on my loop trail and keep this going. All right, so now I'm approaching here where the visitor center loop is. Goes, part of it's over there. Kind of loops around the visitor center. This is the Jackson Avenue overflow staging area. That's where Jackson Avenue goes up that way. And there's the Jackson Avenue parking area. So what I plan to do is try to catch the San Diego River Crossing Trail. It'll take me down there. And I should be able to work my way up there. I'm really disappointed this little summit here, this little hill, isn't climbable. That would be a cool little summit to climb. But before I forget, and I should not forget anything like this. Look at this massive lemonade berry right here. Look at this beautiful Rus integrifolia. This is a nice size one too. This is a tall one. Wow, this is an incredible specimen right here. Did a small hike earlier. Not even really a hike, just kind of a wander. The Upper Navajo Canyon Trail. And it doesn't really go very far. It's where you take Mission Gorge Road to Princess View Lane, follow Princess View Lane all the way to the end, where it turns into Mound Road and meets Carthage. There's a little area to park there, and very short little walk around. Not even a half a mile of walking. And yeah, there's a huge lemonade berry there, an old growth specimen. Speaking of old growth, look at this black sage. This is incredible. This thing is... Oh no. Is it a part of this? No, this is something different. This is black sage here, but I thought it was connected to that big old stem right there. No, but it's connected over there. Large stems over there. Salvia mellifera. Pretty impressive sized specimen of Salvia mellifera. Not gonna lie, yeah. That coastal sage grub is usually known for subshrubs and small shrubs, but does have large woody shrubs too. And then some of these subshrubs or smaller shrubs can get pretty large with age too. Here's another. Ooh, here's another gnarly lemonade berry. Ooh, this is a big one. Oh wow. Some good specimens along this Deerfield Loop Trail. Okay. Yeah, looks like we got a couple other possible big... Oh, here's a huge... Whoa! What the heck? Oh, whoa! Look at this black sage. This thing is huge. Oh, boy. This thing is massive. This is one of the largest black sage I've ever seen. Whoa. Oh, boy. Oh, this is incredible. This black sage right here is absolutely massive. It's bigger than a lot of chaparral shrubs. Oh, boy. And, of course, Baccharis saurothroides. No surprise there. No surprise to see that here at Mission Trails. Oh, that black sage was... Oh, these ones, too. These things are old growth sages. These are some old growth black sages right here. Incredible. Boy, this small little trail packs a punch. There's another gnarly lemonade berry thicket right here. Whoa, these things are tall. Wow. This thing is basically, some of these are basically small trees. Almost. Wow. This is insane. This is pure awesomeness right here. Wow, some really old sage, old black sages. This is incredible. Some of these are absolutely huge, oversized for what I'm used to seeing. Wow. Boy. Oh, and here, get this. Look at this laurel sumac right here, up. Its roots are heaving up the old asphalt pavement here. Yeah. The power of our shrubs, our native shrubs here. Wow, that's so cool. Well, this was a pretty nifty little adventure, not gonna lie. So now I am going to make my way down here to the bottom of this loop. Really short, easy loop. Not gonna lie. At first it didn't look like there was gonna be a lot of craziness, a lot of botanical craziness, but yeah, I was sure blindsided by some of that. It was pretty sick. Alright. BMX site, yeah. Okay, so that probably takes me back that way. Trying to see what we got going on over here. Let me consult my map and I'll get back to you. Alright, so I believe I am now on the San Diego River Crossing Trail. That's what it looks like according to the Mission Trails map. There wasn't actually signed over here. So we'll see if I am going the right way, but according to the directions on here, it sure looked like it. Alright, okay. Datura righty. Western Jimson weed. Or sacred datura. This is like an old service road. Going down into this drainage here. This is pretty interesting. I'm not sure if this is actually the right way, but I'm going to try and see. I think I hear water in there somewhere. Yeah, I can hear water. Ooh, alkali heliotrope. Marsh fleabane. Bouquet odorata, variety odorata. Ooh. Interesting. I think this is the San Diego River Crossing Trail. This is interesting. Yeah, look at this. Ooh, very pungent aroma too. This is Bouquet odorata, variety odorata. Marsh fleabane. It's a sunflower family plant. Asteraceae, and there's quite a bit of it over here. Likes these damper areas. And then we got, ooh, yeah, this is the southwestern spiny rush. This is the one you don't want to touch because it's got a very sharp tip on its stems. This is Juncus acutus, subspecies Leopoldii. Really cool plant that likes these wetter spots. Ooh, there's some movement down there. Yeah, something's moving down there. Maybe a frog or maybe a red swamp crayfish, perhaps. All right. Gooding's willow. crashing over the path here. Pretty nice. Okay, this is turning out to be quite an adventure. Here's a pretty tall laurel sumac right here too. Wow, this is a pretty interesting trail. Very interesting, actually. Okay, yeah. Never been over to this part of Mission Trails. So, I'm glad to take you along with me. See some interesting action over here. Very handsome sumacs and everything over here. Has a lot of brickle bush here too. California Brickellea californica. A lot of it here too. Quite a bit. I see a sign up ahead, so let's see where this leads. Okay, visitor center loop. Alright, so this will lead me to the San Diego River Crossing Trail. Yeah, the Jackson staging area is over there. Alright, so let's see. Let's see if I can work my way over there. Interesting. Yeah, this is the way I went down to get to South Fortuna the first time I climbed it here at Mission Trails. Very luscious down in that canyon. Yeah, I remember correctly, there's a little hidden water grotto just down the hill if you get close to the San Diego River crossing. So we'll see. I should be able to find that crossing. Yep, we're getting close to that little grotto. There's part of it right here, actually. Yeah. Just like this time last year, it still had a pretty decent amount of water in it. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, just like last time I was here. Peaceful little spot. Just above it, just cliffs of coastal sage scrub and very dry landscapes. And you get this little grotto here. Wow, how peaceful is this? There's, I think, another piece of it down here. Go over to that real quickly. Here's another part of it right here, actually. Just carefully walk around the rocks here. Just watch your step. See if I can get around this without bopping myself. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Here's this other little spot right here. You go a little further up, it's all channelized. But yeah, you get a little miniature waterfall here. Yeah, I remember this little spot. I was here about a year ago. There's an interesting plant right there. Whatever that is, I don't recognize that. Do not recognize that at all. That's interesting. I don't know what the heck that is. Do not recognize that at all. Yeah, I just love this little spot. Yeah, we're almost at the San Diego River, so this is a little tributary creek that runs down towards it. Gosh, there's so many interesting little spots here at Mission Trails. You don't have to go far to find anything interesting. You just Just turn a corner and you'll find something pretty interesting. Look at this beautiful rocky outcropping here of granite. It's pretty sick, not gonna lie. Get a couple pictures and get back on the trail. Alright, so I wonder if I'll be able to get across the river here. You see. Should be interesting. Approaching the river right now. You see. There's a bypass or something over here. Maybe not. Wow. Wish they would have a bridge to cross this. Kind of wish they would be nice. Would be nice, but well. This is not a river crossing. I remember how I got through this last time, but last time I think I was able to get through because there wasn't much water here when I went to do South Fortuna. Yeah, well, that was during a drought year after we barely got any rain the previous year. Let's see here. Take a look around here and see what's good. Oh, here we go. Looks like I found my way around. Interesting. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. I'm taking that steep road that goes up that way. pretty roundabout way to get up to that hill, but I didn't feel like driving all the way to Terra Santa, getting on the 52 in rush hour traffic. So here we go. I remember this. Very steep part right here. Alright. Time to start climbing and climbing. Interesting. Alright. Up the steep road I go. So I'm making some progress climbing up this steep hill. Oh yeah. Yeah, this wastes no time climbing up this hill. Wow. Alright. Keep on working my way up this. See you at the next junction. Alright. Let's see what this is right here. Let's see what this says. Here. This isn't signed. Looks like it goes up to a lookout. Goes up to this little overlook here. Kind of curious about this. This isn't signed, but I'm kind of curious about this little mound here. Looks like that ends off over there. Let's see about this here. So that's San Diego River Crossing Trail. That's where I just was about 2 minutes ago. I'm gonna see, there's the hill right there. That's the hill. Oops. Let's see what this is here. Looks like a little overlook or something. Kind of curious. Wonder if it ends here. Interesting little canyon over here. So basically it's got to keep going uphill over there. Small little hill right here. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So I'll be going back up the way. See the couple that was ahead of me. So I'm gonna be going uphill for a little while more. So one of these should be my hill. I gotta see where the trail junctions are. Let's see if I can get an estimation of where I am. So let me go ahead and look on my map and we'll see what's up. So I was reading the park map. So I keep following this trail up to a junction, and I'm going to bear left at a junction. I don't know the name of that trail, but it leads over to the Quarry Loop area. So it should lead me to a trail that takes me up there, the Quarry Loop Trail. I'm not sure the name of the trail. It didn't indicate it on the Mission Trails map, but should find out. So I want to, I guess, take a little mini summit selfie. This is just a small hill. It's a small hill. I'll take it. I like hills, you know me. And there's beautiful South Fortuna. Look at that. And that's the big staircase section right there on the trail. I'll have to go do that again pretty soon, hopefully. All right, let's see here. They're just about back at the San Diego River Crossing Trail, but I want to take a brief little detour. Look at these sunflower plants here. Just going to take a quick little walk up this little game trail or use trail. Just a very short little hop up here. Here we are. Wild sunflowers. Helianthus annuus. And these are native. It's another species of Helianthus. We have at least 3 species of Helianthus here in Southern California. 2 of them are perennials. Helianthus gracilensis, slender sunflower, and Helianthus californicus, California sunflower. And those are perennials. But this is the ancestor of these big sunflowers where you get your sunflower seeds. So this is Helianthus annuus right here. I don't see it as much as I would like to see it. I don't come across it as much as I would like to see it. You used to see it in Orange County a lot more, in open fields and stuff, because these plants love disturbed areas. But these are native. These are native sunflowers. Again, this is the ancestor of the huge sunflowers you grow in your yard for the big flower heads and massive dinner plate size flower heads and large seeds. And this is Helianthus annuus. Just had to get a look at this. I saw this from down the hill thinking to myself, oh, those might be sunflowers, regular sunflowers. Helianthus annuus, and yes, they certainly are. And there was a small mound I just climbed right there. Some nice views up there. Yeah, it's just cool. The honeybees are absolutely going bonkers over this little patch of Helianthus annuus. Really, really cool. Really cool plant. Now I'm going to go back to the trail and keep slogging up this. Yeah, I remember the first time I did this, it was a very long slog. Sorry, bee. Don't mean to bother you. And here's a related San Diego bush sunflower. This is Baiopsis laciniata. And yes, has similar flower heads. Alright, gotta work down this little sketchy little path back to the trail, and I will return, turn left, and go resume my long uphill slog up this slope here. So I'll see you along the way as I continue climbing up out of the San Diego River Canyon and resume my climb up this hill. So I saw my last picture. I'm at the next junction. My river crossing trail goes this way. That's where I would go if I were to climb South Fortuna. But I'm trying to get up to that over there. So this would have been I was going to climb Hill 787 from this one here, the Catalina Dorada trailhead, but I was too lazy to get on the 52 and fight rush hour traffic. So instead of being a lazy hiker, I was a lazy driver. So this is definitely a more moderate level hike coming from down by Mission Gorge Road, which is fine. It's good to have this, but if I wanted to go, I'm just going to go this way, turn left here on the junction, and try to link up with some of the trails over there. So if you're going to do South Fortuna from Jackson staging area or the visitor center, this is the way you'd go. So I'm going to be going up this way. Let's see. Seems to be connectors all over the place. So let's see. This is pointing this way. I'm guessing meaning it's going this way here. There's a little bench there if you want to sit down and relax. I have to dip into a water pretty soon. All right. All right, it's good to have a level stretch for a while. I think we're gonna go through that saddle right there. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go through that. It's definitely a nice little workout hike. That big long uphill stretch will definitely get you working out. That alone, I think, makes this hike on the moderate end. Not strenuous. It is a nice uphill pull, but it's not anything extremely steep. It's just a very decent uphill pull. And we got a nice thick marine layer. It's keeping our temperatures down the last few days. Gone through in the last week and last 8 days, and should continue tomorrow as well before the next big warm-up comes. It's been very nice lately. Actually, the last few days have been about 10 degrees below average, maybe a couple degrees more below. Here's a nice big laurel sumac right here. Oh, that's a handsome laurel sumac. Very beautiful specimen. Pretty large one too. This is a big one. This is a big one. Very beautiful. Love it. Love it. All right. Well, I'm going to work through this little pass right here and keep you updated. Before I do, beautiful toyon developing its fruit. About a month and a half. Should be seeing some red, sumptuous looking, beautiful pomes. All right, on my way to the pass. Just about to approach the saddle, or the pass, between these two hills. It's a neat little hike up this too. Very scenic. Just about at the pass. Let's see. See if there's a trail junction up here. Actually, I don't know if this is actually a pass or... Oh, it is. I was going to say pass or a saddle. It's actually just the ridgeline. Nah. Here's the Fortuna Saddle West Trail. Oh, it's too bad you can't go up to that peak. Oh, that'd be so cool. But it looks like there's, I think, cryptobiotic soil up there. That color looks like cryptogamic soil. I'm not doing that. No chance in heck. I'm not doing that. All right. So I'm believing this is okay. This is part of the Fortuna Saddle West Trail. This, I think, leads up to the peak. So that goes to Catalina Dorada. Probably the way I would have come to begin with. That's over at Claremont Mesa Boulevard up there. And you go this way if you want to get to Claremont Mesa Boulevard. And it's too bad that was an illegal trail up there. I don't think that's a legal trail. Plus, it looks like cryptobiotic soil, so I'm not messing with that. I am not messing with cryptogamic crust. I'm not messing with that. That's a very important biological part of the coastal sage grub. It's all white. So as cool as it would be to get up to that peak, I would not do that. Maybe on the way before I start heading down, maybe there is a backdoor approach to it that would be legal. Other than that, I'm not taking that chance. All right, so going up this trail here, I'm wondering if this is part of the Quarry Loop. It wasn't signed. I'm curious. I'm heading up this way now. All right, I'll see you up the way. Wow, yeah, this is a good workout. I'm glad I'm doing this today. I'm really glad. I am so happy I'm doing this right now. Probably should have done it yesterday, but because I work tomorrow. Yesterday I just wasn't. Yesterday I was just so tired. I'm getting run ragged at work. Now it's Claremont Mesa Boulevard over there. That's the Claremont Mesa staging area. Right there, actually. That's, I think Catalina Dorada is over there somewhere. Over that way a little bit. Or over that way, I don't know. But yeah, it should be over that way. That's Claremont Mesa Boulevard right there, actually. All right. Well, yeah, keep plugging to the top of this hill. Yeah, I'm definitely going the right way to get to Hill 787. So, navigation skills on point. I'll see you along the way. Should be there pretty soon, actually. All right. Getting up there pretty nicely right now. Starting to see scrub oaks. Let's see what we got here. Looks like Quercus dumosa. Yeah, I got scrub oaks now. Very nice. Handsome little guys. See some acorns. Last couple of years, these things have been loaded with acorns. This year, just a few here and there. So I'm just about to summit right now. Remember, first time I was up here, there was a vernal pool section that's fenced off. Yeah, I'm gonna look for the highest point I could find. And we'll call this, let's about call this a summit. Yeah, this is a vernal pool. Last time I was here was in the middle of rainy season, and there was water. This is a vernal pool right here. Last time I was here back in March of 2023, it was filled with lots of water. Just make sure you stay out of that perimeter fence. Well, this is it. Hill 787, Mission Trails Regional Park. Second time I've been up here. Very different way of getting up here as well. Actually, yeah, fairly moderate way of getting up here. Definitely takes some effort. The high point looks like it's going to be over here. It's like the high point's right about here. So yeah, it's summit time on Hill 787 here at Mission Trails Regional Park. If you watch my video from March of 2023, it'll say Peak 781 or Hill 781. There is a Hill 781, but it's underneath North Fortuna Mountain. This is actually 787. This is Hill 787. But, I mean, it's only 6 feet difference. So, yep, second time up here. Very different way of getting up here. It'll make a pretty nice return trip. I'll have a really decent downhill, and then I'll have a small uphill to get back towards the Deerfield Loop Trail. All right, so I'm gonna go take a couple pictures, including my summit selfie, and then I'll start pointing out some views. This is time to point out some views. All right, well, let's start by looking to the south. That hill over there is where Rancho Mission Canyon is, near Allied Gardens and part of San Carlos. I think it's closer to Allied Gardens, I believe. But yeah, Rancho Mission Canyon's in that area. Been over there. Awesome hike. And we're gonna look slightly to the southeast here, south-southeast. And of course, cutting a divide between the Jamul area and the Chula Vista area is San Miguel Mountain. Very prominent mountain. And that smaller one right there is Mother Miguel Mountain, which is actually legally hikeable, unlike San Miguel. San Miguel is not legally hikeable, unfortunately. So we're going to look towards more towards the southeast now. Looking out towards Coles Mountain, right there. The highest point in the city limits of San Diego, A, and B, high point of Mission Trails Regional Park. And that's the San Carlos neighborhood underneath it right there. You can see Mission Gorge Rd kind of cuts up around between our next viewpoints here, Powell's Peak and Quai Pai Peak right there. And you can see Mission Gorge Rd goes between Powell's Peak and Quai Pai. So now we're looking more toward the east. Looking out towards El Cajon Mountain, which is kind of shrouded under the marine layer right there. So the top is in the clouds, it looks like. And then, still looking east, South Fortuna Mountain right there at 1,094 feet at the top. Now we're going to look towards the northeast, and you can see Fortuna Saddle, and I can see Iron Mountain right over there, way off in the distance, over by Powell. So we got Fortuna Saddle in the foreground, and then North Fortuna Mountain right up there. Now looking more towards the north, I can see the high mesa over near the parts of the West Fortuna area. West Fortuna. And it's going to be hard to see on camera, but that peak way off in the distance in the haze in the center there, That's the second highest point in the city limit of San Diego. That's Black Mountain over by Rancho Penasquitos at 1,552 feet. That's Black Mountain over there. So now we're looking towards the northwest. Kind of hard to see, so I'm gonna go over to the other side of this so I can get a better view. So back to looking towards the northwest. It's over towards La Jolla, some of the malls, like the UTC, I believe, is that set of buildings over there. That's towards University Town Center, near UCSD and La Jolla. And Miramar Marine Corps Air Station's down there too, just a little more down that way. And in there, we got Soledad Mountain, right there, between La Jolla, University City, and Claremont. Yeah, that's Soledad Mountain, 822 feet. It's a little higher than this. I can see Highway 52 over there. So now we're looking west. And that's over towards Kearney Mesa. Kearney Mesa and Claremont would be a little further to the west. And then I can see the long ridge of Point Loma. One day I'd like to get to the high point of Point Loma, which is part of Cabrillo National Monument. There's actually the high point of that long ridge line. I'd like to get up to that one day. So that's Point Loma, San Diego Bay. And of course, there's the skyscape of the downtown area, more to the southwest. That's where the skyscraper, that's where the downtown area is. And then we swing it back to the south, looking at some of the mesas and hills rising above the beaches near Tijuana. And then closing up by Rancho Mission Canyon again. So yeah. Oh, forgot to point out to the southeast, another prominent landmark over by Casa de Oro, that neighborhood. Casa de Oro, Mount Helix area of La Mesa. Mount Helix right there. Really nice views on top of that hill. Now you can drive up there easily. There's a Mount Helix Park right at the summit area. But if I try to figure out how I can link up city streets to get up there, because it's a very suburban hill with a small park on top of it. But I think there might be a way where you can do a suburban hike to get up to the top of that. When I figure that one out, I'll look into investing into that one. So, pretty neat. Pretty good views up here. Nice summit. Now time for just a couple of botanical features that I keep passing by as I'm just trying to point out views. And let's go get to some toyon action right here. Of course. And of course there are several of these up here. Coast barrel cactus. Phaerocactus viridescens. There are a few of them. A few to several of them up here actually. Nice little population up here. Beautiful plants. Such cool natives. And so again, this is the vernal pool. Last time I was here, back in March 2023, nice little wetland here. Of course it dries up by mid-spring. But yeah, pretty cool. A lot of the animals that use this are either seasonal, sometimes Pacific chorus frogs or Baja chorus frogs use these as temporary pools for their tadpoles sometimes, and sometimes spadefoot toads use these, and then they dry up. Well, the frogs find wetter places to go hang out. But then also fairy shrimp. But the fairy shrimp, they can't leave and find a wetter place because it's all dry around here. So what they do is they enter a state of stasis or dormancy until the rains make enough water for them to survive and move around. So they go to a state of dormancy, the fairy shrimps, the vernal pool fairy shrimps. So they're there, should be there. They're just dormant right now because there's no water. It's bone dry. All right. Okay, I'm gonna start making my way down. Let's see, and get myself back down. Maybe I could visit that other hill before I start making my full descent. So let's see how this works. So I'm gonna go back down to there. Actually, yeah, looks like a shade ramada or something. It's got a blue roof on it, on top of that small hill. I'm gonna see if I can invest in hitting that. Okay, so I gotta actually stay on the trail here. I almost accidentally went off trail. So I'm gonna see if there's a way I can summit that too. Maybe make a two summit day out of it. All right, let me find my way out of this. It's a little maze of trails. Then you got the Corte Loop Trail and everything up here. So here we go again. Ferocactus viridescens. Awesome, awesome stuff. All right, back on the trail. Time to start descending this hill here, and see if I can make a side trip to that one. Of course, I'm not going to go up from this direction because of the cryptogamic soil, but maybe the backside might offer a way to visit it. So, see you down the way. All right, so I'm about to join the main trail here, Fortuna Saddle West Trail. You can eventually take this all the way to Fortuna Saddle. Turn right here. I'm gonna go straight. This will be the way back. I'm gonna go straight here. All right. I'm gonna try to see if I can do a backdoor approach to that. If legal, that is. So there's the trail I'm going to be taking back. And there's the small little pass between Hill 787 and this here. Ooh, bladder pod. What variety do we have here? Ooh, Cleomella arborea variety angustata. Narrow pod. Oh no, this is the regular one. That one was just a little narrower than usual. So it's Cleomella arborea variety arborea. First one looked like it was narrow, but I don't think it's narrow enough to call it angustata. Let's see. Let's go take this up. So I think I saw a little ramada, probably like a little shade ramada or something on the other side of the hill. So that's back to Claremont Mesa Boulevard. I'm gonna go climb up this and see if there's a backdoor approach to the small summit here. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Handsome lemonade berry. Got a decent sized toy on too. I think that's a legal trail right there. I think. Let me see if this winds around the other side. I think it does. There's a viewpoint up there. You see if it goes around there. I'm not sure it actually does. Let's see. Yeah, I love this place so much. I'm so lucky to live so close to it. I don't even have to get on a freeway to get here. Unless I want to go through the Tierra Santa entrance at Claremont Mesa, Colina Dorada, or Portobello Avenue. Let me see. I'm hoping there's a way to get up there. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. There's something up there too. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. This is going to take me up to the rise. Excellent. I don't know if it'll take me to the highest point, but it would be cool if it did. I think that's the way I went. I think I went up that way back in May, I think. Alright, I'll see you at the end of this one. Oh, yeah, we're going right up to the shade ramada that I saw when I was on 781. This kind of does go towards the high point. Cool. Okay, well, the summit's over here. So, curiosity paid off. This does go to the summit. And I don't have to miss out on it because of avoiding illegal trails to get up here. So, this is a kind of a subsidiary summit of Hill 787. Doesn't have a lot of prominence. When does that stop me from climbing a hill? Just love being on top of stuff. Love being on top of geographical features. What can I say? All right. Well, this is certainly cool. All right. Here we are. There's actually a trail over here. So actually the high point will be just over here. Okay. All right. Well, here's the peak. Right here. I'm not going to go any further. I think it's area closed after here, so I'm going to stay. I'm not going to go any further. But yeah, all right. There's where I was before. Hill 787. This is a little bit lower, maybe about 20, 30 feet lower. It's probably about 750 feet. All right. I'm going to go get a summit selfie. And then that's it. All right. I had mentioned previously that I used to think that over there, can't see it from here too well, was Hill 781, like I did back in my March 2023 video of hiking from Ilanes Canyon in Tierra Santa. There is actually a Hill 781. Let's see if I can find it from here. Right underneath North Fortuna. Let's see if I can find it from here. Yeah, I can see it, but the camera won't pick it up too much because there's not really much of a distinction. That right there, the little rocky bit on top, that's Hill 781. It's hard to distinguish it from the rest of North Fortuna, but right there, that's Hill 781. That's Hill 781. What I just hiked before this one was Hill 787. I think what I want to do is I'm going to go up this way to the higher part of the ridge and see if I can find another high point. There's another high point near that area, I believe. And before I go offline, that is awesome Soycott Valley. Beautiful Soycott Valley. And that's the Fortuna Saddle Trail west, heading up towards Fortuna Saddle right there. And of course, there's glorious North Fortuna. Have you ever driven east on 52 between La Jolla and Santee, or obviously from Santee towards La Jolla? Yeah, you get that really close to the freeway, close to California 52. And that's always enjoy that part of the drive on 52 is when I'm coming over Mission Trail Summit and I got North Fortuna Mountain right there. I just love it. And there's a trail system down there. But yeah, like I said, the hill's really hard to make out because it's kind of blends into the hillside of North Fortuna. So I am gonna go ahead. I'm gonna keep it pushing a little bit further. It's maybe about 10 after 10. So I'm just gonna keep pushing it for a few more, and then I'm gonna start heading back. You gotta love the corvids. Trying to see if these are ravens or crows. Oh, look at this majestic bird. That's a raven. If I hear a crow, I hear its relative, its cousin, the crow, cawing up on the hill a little bit. So yeah, look at Soycott Valley. Nice views. Nice views down to Soycott Valley. This place is magical. What can I say? So I'm gonna walk up this hill. I can either branch right towards the power line right away, or I could stay on this. I might just branch off to the right. Another nice patch of laurel sumac, of course. All right. So this is part of the rim trail. Okay. Oh, 0.6 miles to the Ct Trail. Ct Trail over in Terrasana goes near the Ct Nature Trail, unless that's part of it. West Fortuna Service Road. Wow, okay. Well, let's see what lies up here. There's a little hill I was visiting. A little shade ramada. Sat down there for a few minutes just enjoying the views. All right, away I go. See you with the next update. All right, so what I want to do is get to that mesa over there. So I just want to see. There's supposed to be another high point near there, I believe. I think the actual highest point, if I remember correctly, is actually going to be off the trail, which I'm not going to do. But I'll see if I can get as close as I can to it. Let's see how this works out. So I just went through a power line right of way. I'm glad it didn't end there. So this is part of the rim trail. Ooh, okay. Careful, I'm not going to step on the cryptobiotic soil there, but nice patch of barrel cactus viridescens. More coast barrel cactus along this part of the mesa as well. There's my hill over there, Hill 787. That was such a cool hill. Has a little prominence, not a lot, but definitely has some pretty good views. You can walk around the vernal pool, just walk around a little bit and enjoy. But I'm going to try to edge up to this mesa here, which I think might actually be a little bit higher in the 800, between 800 and 900 feet range. So I'm going to try to make it up there before I start turning around and heading back. And now we're starting to get into some chaparral now for the first time today. Common chemise. This one actually still looks kind of intermediate between common and coastal chemise. So it looks like it has the influence of variety obtusifolium. So I think we're still looking at Adenostoma fasciculata variety obtusifolium, or intermediate between variety fasciculatum and obtusifolium. Now this one doesn't have a clear. It's got the fleshiness of variety obtusifolium, so we might be still looking at obtusifolium. I didn't think it would come this far inland. I mean, we do have a clear coastal influence. We really don't have much higher terrain blocking us. The only higher peak to the west of us would be Soledad Mountain. That's just one ridge line. Marine layer usually easily passes over that. But yeah, that appears to actually be variety obtusifolium. I know both variants grow in this park. If that's the case, which I'm pretty sure that's obtusifolium, judging by the fleshiness of the leaves. Less needle-like and more club-shaped, fleshy, slightly succulent leaves. Might actually have both variants here at Mission Trails, which is pretty cool. Usually, once you go this far inland, you're usually looking at the regular variant fasciculatum. But, okay, interesting. Alright, so we're heading to the higher part of the mesa here. Very easy walking along here. It's hard to stop walking. Just keep wanting to explore and see more. I've been on the rim trail, but the rim trail down to Soycott Valley, that portion of it where I picked up some of the other trails like the Shepherd Pond Loop. That's when I went up to North Fortuna and of course South Fortuna back in August last year. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice stuff out here. All right, we'll see if I can find the high point of this trail, or at least the highest legal access point. So I'll keep you posted. Looks like I might have a loop option. This goes to the south, or the San Diego River Crossing Trail again. So I might be able to make a loop option out of this when I'm done. Pretty interesting. So here's the rim trail right here. I think I'm near where I came from, the Corte Playa Catalina trailhead. I think I'm near that because I'm on the rim trail right now. And I've taken parts of the rim trail previously. Last time I did Fortunas. That was an adventure. There was a lot of up and down. And I did it after Tropical Storm Hillary back in 2022. So it was during it was definitely after the worst of the humidity from it, when the temperatures were actually a little below average. But even a little bit below average in summer, it can still be pretty hot and sweaty. So I think the higher part of the mesa is actually way over there. Do I don't know if I want to go that far? I don't know yet. But it looks like I found a possible loop option to get me back. Yeah, I don't think I'm that far from Corte Playa Catalina trailhead. if there were surface streets that connected to Mission Gorge Road that way, I'd probably do that to make a loop. But to get from Tierra Santa to Mission Gorge Road, you'd have to get on the 52. Oh, there's another vernal pool section right there. Pretty cool. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think this is the Corte Playa Catalina Trail. I think this is. Interesting. Yeah, I think this is actually. Let's see. Let me test that out. I remember seeing a vernal pool or two along this side of the trail. So maybe I'll update you momentarily on what I find. Here's another vernal pool right here. So that's the San Diego River crossing. Also, I'm not that far from Corte Playa Catalina trailhead. So that's again also going to head towards the San Diego River crossing. Crazy. And here's the rim trail. Again, the rim trail. Yeah, I think there's a Mesa High Point somewhere over there. Forget the exact elevation, but it's in the 800s somewhere. I don't know exactly how high it is, but it's above 800 feet elevation wise. Yeah, I can see the trail side kiosk. That's where the Corte Playa Catalina Trail is, right there. So I'm almost there. It was just over a quarter of a mile. I'm wondering if I should just go and see if I get to the Mesa High Point. See if that's going to be an option. I'm curious. Well, I'll keep you updated. Eventually, I am going to have to turn around and start heading back. I've got a long work week ahead of me starting tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm almost at the Corte Playa Catalina Trail. I think there are more here. Yeah, I think so. I think what I'm going to do is go up this way, try to see if I can get close to the ridge high point, as close as I legally can. So yeah, this is the Corte Playa Catalina Trail. This is where I went. Came from this way about last August. Came this way, went down that way to the Shepherd Loop, around Shepherd Pond, up to North Fortuna, down to Fortuna Saddle, up to South Fortuna, back to Fortuna Saddle, down to Soycott Valley, down the east side of Soycott Valley, up the west side of Soycott Valley, and back up this way to Corte Playa Catalina. So here I am. So yeah, there is another set of vernal pools. I know there's one along the left side of the trail as you're heading towards Playa Catalina, Corte Playa Catalina. So I should be approaching the trail high point very soon. And then it's going to be more downhill to get back. Got a little elevation to gain, not much. It almost feels like you're just walking on flat land right now. I think the Mesa High Point is either around here. I think the high point of the Mesa is over here. But like I said, I am not leaving the trail to hop over this fence and do that. So I think the high point, yeah, high point should be over here. So this will be the trail side high point. I don't know exactly how high this hill is, but it's above 800 feet. I think I might be able to catch the San Diego River crossing trail if I remember correctly. So I think I'm going to call it a summit here and then aim over there on the trail. The elevation is pretty similar. It goes down, so I'm gonna get a little summit selfie here. And then I'll get one over at the higher, some of the terrain up there. Oh yeah, I remember this. Thickleaf yerba santa, Areodictyon crassifolium, variety crassifolium. Been lucky to spotlight 2 variants of this plant. There's another variant. You go up into LA County, the mountains in LA County and stuff like that, called variety nigrescens. And I did that when I did a spotlight video on the regular one. I believe that was in the Santa Ana Mountains in 2021. And then I did a spotlight follow-up in the Elsinore Mountains nearby in 2021. And then I did a spotlight on variety nigrescens in 2022, January 2022 in Angeles National Forest. So I've been lucky to come across both variants of that yerba santa. Yeah, I remember this specific cactus right here. That right there is a chaparral prickly pear, Opuntia auricola. Definitely more upright than Opuntia littoralis. This one right here is probably littoralis. Let me take a look and see if I see any rounded spines. Yeah, this is Opuntia littoralis. This is coast prickly pear. So these are 2 related species. That's again the more upright Opuntia auricola with slightly more circular pads, and this is Opuntia littoralis, the coast prickly pear. So this goes up towards Portobello. So it looks like we have a little uphill here, so this might take me to another higher part of the mesa. I'm gonna keep following this. This is the one that goes to Portobello Drive. I'll probably top out over here and then start working my way back. So I'll see you towards the top of this one. Oh, here's an older barrel cactus right here. Ooh, that one's been around a little bit longer. These ones normally don't get very large. Not nearly as large as I've seen on our desert barrel cactus, which is Pherocactus cylindraceus, which I've seen at Anza-Borrego Desert State Park. That one's pretty decent sized. So I'm near the top of this one here too. See, that's where I was before. So I'm gonna go over here to try to make it somewhat official. So this goes to Portobello Drive. I've never been through the Portobello staging area. So this looks like another mesa high point right here. I think where I was before was, yeah, I think where I was before I started coming down the Portobello access trail, it was slightly higher, but I'll go ahead and take a picture here take a summit selfie here. Oh, here's a good view towards Woodson Mountain over by Powell and Ramona. That gray ridge off in the distance, that's Woodson Mountain right there. I was flirting with hiking that earlier this morning when I woke up. I was kind of flirting with the idea of hiking that today. Yeah, it's Woodson Mountain over in Poway and Ramona. Yeah. And there's Black Mountain. Again, I pointed that out earlier from Hill 787. That 1,552 foot summit there is the second highest point in the city limits of San Diego. And that's over by Rancho Penasquitos, just north of Mira Mesa. So that's the second highest point in the city limit of San Diego. And there's the highest, 1,591 foot Coles Mountain in the same park where I'm hiking right now. That's over by San Carlos neighborhood. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get a little summit selfie here too. Again, that little mound right there is where I was visiting earlier. That was, I think, a few feet higher than this, but let's make it official. I had to visit both sections. If I remember correctly, I think this hill is listed on Peak Bagger. I think it's listed. This mesa top is listed on Peak Bagger, I believe. I'll have to double check that. Not 100% sure, but I think it might be. But like I said, to get to the actual high point, the actual highest point, which is probably only maybe about 2 or 3 feet higher, you'd have to hop over the fence and go over protected habitat, which is what I'm not willing to do. I am not willing to do that. So I call it a summit when I'm on the top of the trail. So that should be the high point over there. That should be, and that's where I visited previously. All right, guess I'll start working my way back. It's been a great day out here, and I still got a little distance to get back, so better start working on it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back on the Corte Playa Catalina Trail. I'm going to go towards the San Diego River Crossing Trail and follow that. That should lead me back towards my trailhead. So now I start making the loop. Now the loop starts being made. So I'm going to follow the Corte Playa Catalina Trail as I'm getting close to Corte Playa Catalina. Not quite there. I think that's about a half a mile away, but about a tenth of a mile before that, I remember passing the San Diego River Crossing Trail when I did the August 2023 hike up to Fortuna from Corte Playa Catalina, the street, and I remember seeing the San Diego River Crossing Trail cut through that area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin the loop and work my way over that. So this should be interesting. I'm afraid this is probably going to be a longer video than I planned, but here we go again. Right by this vernal pool right here. There should be remember correctly, there should be a vernal pool right on the other side of this fence from last time I was here. Right over here. Yep, there it is. Yeah, when I came in August last year, August is a dry time of year, but it was after we got about 2 inches of rain from Tropical Storm Hillary. There was a vernal pool in the late August right here. Pretty crazy. There's a vernal pool here in the middle of summer, or in late summer when it's bone dry out here, normally bone dry. There are puddles all over the road. So, yeah, vernal pools here. All right, see you down the way. See you at the San Diego River Crossing Trail, and that's where I'm going to start working my way back. Oh, we got a Quercus acutidens over here. Torrey's hybrid scrub oak. Hey, that thing is full of acorns. Yeah, that's a Quercus acutidens right there. Not a Quercus dumosa. That's definitely not dumosa. I don't think. Yeah, that Quercus acutidens is full of acorns. So we're kind of on a half chaparral, half coastal sage scrub here on the mesa, and pass it by a nice stand of chamise, as you can see in the last picture or two. Some nice chamise specimens up here. Yeah, and these ones seem kind of intermediate between the regular variant and the coastal obtusifolium variant. Well, it looks like we got Ceanothus tomentosus over here too. That taller shrub right there. Looks like Ceanothus tomentosus. So, yeah. Yeah. Should be at that river crossing trail pretty soon. Just go over a couple of small hills and dales, and then I should be at that junction pretty soon. So I think what's going to happen is I think I'm going to pick up that trail very soon, actually, and it's going to go around, down, and it's going to go up to that part of the mesa there, I believe, and then go down the other side. I think down part of Soycott Valley, I believe. So I think that's what's going to happen is I'm going to have a climb. There's Corte Playa Catalina, the road. I'm almost there right now. I just remember before I get there, there was a branching off for the San Diego River Trail. And yeah, I see some people hiking around there. So I've always wondered what this was. This has always been in development for such a long time. But now what I get to do is get on the San Diego River Crossing Trail and start working my way down there, down this canyon, this little canyon, and then climb up, do a switchback, climb up there, I believe. So I'll definitely get some elevation gain on this hike. So I will have a couple of climbs on the way out. So did I pass the San Diego River crossing? I don't think I have. Interesting. Let me see. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Alright, I remember these Coast Choyas from last time I was here. These handsome Choyas. Alright, so I'm just about to join the San Diego River Crossing Trail. And that's where I parked last time I was in this area. So I would have been back to my car at this point. But now, let's see. West Fortuna, 1.3, that's not where I'm going. Let's see. Seems to be a junction down there too. There's another road or trail down at the bottom of the ravine. I'm assuming it's going to be going up here. I assume. But there's another road. It might end down there actually. So I'm assuming it's going to go up to the mesa over there. Boy, I'm sure getting an adventure today. So I'll probably have to climb up to there. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that's what happens. I think that road down there at the bottom dead ends. It looks like it probably dead ends at that over there. But I'll find out soon enough. I might just go down there and check it out. Alright, so curiosity is about to get me going for another little side trip. I can't help it. I'm just enjoying this too much. So I am going to take that lower road, as I guess, to where there's little, I don't know if those are little power station things or whatever those are down there. But I see some gorgeous chaparral and large coastal sage-scrub shrubs that are kind of getting me curious. So I think I'm going to have to make another side trip. So I guess what I will do is I will first take this little spur, because like I said, curiosity is really getting to me right now. This is where I'm going to be going, apparently, to get up to the mesa top before I start going down towards the San Diego River. Now we're in, oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Ooh, we got summer holly right here. Ooh, and they're full of fruits. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Comarostaphylos diversifolia, subspecies diversifolia, full of fruit. Oh, sweet. Oh, there, yeah. Yeah, the West Fortuna area seems to have a decent population of these. Yeah. More summer holly right here. Boy, am I glad I'm taking this little detour. All these are nice specimens, too. And we got Quercus acutidens. Probably Quercus acutidens and Quercus dumosa. Okay. Yes, I am glad I'm taking this detour. I'm glad I made a loop out. All right, so here we go. Some decent sized summer hollies right down here. Wow. Look at them, full of fruit. Oh, this is incredible. This shrub is not it's not supposed to be super common south of California 56. So you go up towards Rancho Penasquitos and North County and stuff like that is where this is supposed to be more common. But in this northwestern part of Mission Trails Regional Park, I've actually come across a fair amount of these. And there's a whole population of them here. Look at the fruit. Absolutely gorgeous. Looks kind of similar to a strawberry tree or a madrone, doesn't it? For people who know what a Pacific madrone tree looks like. Looks pretty similar to a madrone, doesn't it? If you're from Central and Northern California especially. These kind of look like madrone fruits, don't they? Look like madrones. Well, it's not a coincidence. This is actually related to the madrones. In the madrone tribe, the Arbutoideae of the heath family, the Ericaceae. There's a whole huge population of them in this canyon. This is absolutely bonkers. I'd expect to see Mission Manzanita, another relative, more frequently in this area of San Diego County. But I'm seeing summer holly instead of Mission Manzanita, which is, again, another related species. This is absolutely bonkers. They are everywhere around here. I don't even see one Mission Manzanita. I don't even see one single Mission Manzanita, which you'd expect to see much more in this area of San Diego County. But no, I'm only seeing summer holly. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Now we got a Mission Manzanita, another related species. This is Xylococcus bicolor. Their fruits turn brown, blackish brown when they're ripened. You can see that's Mission Manzanita. And that's another close relative of summer holly. It's also related to the true manzanitas in the genus Arctostaphylos. Oh yeah, look at that lemonade berry getting tall. Yeah. And on this side we got a lot of chamise over here. Yeah, there's a lot of summer holly here. I know I've seen them over near the Claremont Mesa staging area on a little side trail below the big bridge that leads from Claremont Mesa Boulevard. In other words, there were a couple there, one decent sized one. But over here, boy, just up this gulch right here, they're just lining everything. All right, so this is basically where our trail's gonna end, it looks like. I am so glad I took this extra side trip and starting a second memory card. I am so glad I took this side trip because this was incredible. It's incredible over here. And we got ending up over here. This will be our turnaround point here, it looks like. This little power station or whatever this is. I have no idea what these are. Yeah, look at that canyon. Look how lush the chaparral is in that canyon. This is absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous here. And we're San Diego bush sunflower, Baiopsis laciniata. These ones are still blooming. Must get a little extra moisture in the area, which is really cool. See them still blooming and looking almost like springtime, like late spring as opposed to mid-spring, where they're peak flowering. Wow, gorgeous canyon. All right, now I got a lot of uphill on my way up over that mesa up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start shooting some pictures, and I'll meet you back up at the junction, and we'll start planning our return route. I'm just about at the junction. That's where I came. That's from whence I came, up by Corte Playa Catalina. So now we got this scrub oak here. It looks like it's got some lobation on the leaves. I love when these little scrub oaks get little lobes on them. It's kind of a combination of lobation and wavy edge. The waves on them make them look even more lobed than they are, but they do have a small element of lobation. Gosh, I love scrub oaks. Look at that. Gosh, I just love these things. Just love scrub oaks. Just love scrub oaks. They are so fun to be around. And some southern honeysuckle. Lonicera subspicata variety denudata. Okay. Here's some sawtooth goldenbush, a variant of Hazardia squarosa. I'm not sure which one we have here, if it's variety squarosa or variety grandelioides. Might have to look up on CalFlora to see if I can get an idea. So this goes back up to Corte Playa Catalina Trail, and this will lead us up towards the mesa, probably down into the San Diego River Canyon at some point relatively soon. Wow. There's a lot of summer holly down there. There's another one right here. When they don't have fruit on them, you can tell them apart from the very similar Mission Manzanita by the color of the bark. The bark on summer holly is gray and shreddy. The bark on Mission Manzanita, unless it's shredding at the time, is smooth, brownish with hints of reddish in it. This is a Mission Manzanita right here. So when neither has fruit on them, that's how you can tell. The bark is a lot smoother on Mission Manzanita, and when it exfoliates, it peels. The summer holly peels in shreds. It comes off in shreds, and it's a gray, stringy bark. It's another summer holly right here, in fact. Bark's not really super smooth. Kind of gray, more grayish, and a little shreds off in narrow little strips. So it kind of has a shreddy look to it. Look at these juicy acorns. Oh, the birds and squirrels are going to be loving this fall. They're getting close to ripening. They're starting to yellow, and they're going to turn brown soon. Birds and squirrels and other acorn lovers are going to be feasting pretty soon. Wow. Oh, we got here Ceanothus tomentosus. Woolly Ceanothus, sometimes called Ramona lilac. Right here. Here's another scrub oak with narrow lobed leaves on it. Wow. That's where I was before. Here's the Corte Playa Catalina staging area. All right. Oh, look at this old California sagebrush. This thing's got a nice large trunk on it. Ooh, boy. Boy, the botanical hits just keep coming and coming. What a beautiful sagebrush. Gosh knows. Who knows what I'm going to find along this journey on the way back as I make a loop out of this. I'll see you along the way. Pretty sure there's going to be more interesting stuff coming up. Doesn't seem to stop happening. I'll take it. I think this is bristly golden aster. Yes, I think this is a subspecies of Heteroteca sessiliflora. I think that's what this is. It's related to Heteroteca grandiflora, much taller telegraph aster. But I think that's bristly golden aster, I think. I don't think that's a shorter version of Heteroteca grandiflora. I'm not sure what subspecies grows here, but I'm pretty sure that's Heteroteca sessiliflora, another sunflower family member plant that frequents our sage scrub. I love how these native plants are taking over. It's all California native plants. All these native plants. Broombaccharis, Coast golden bush, California sagebrush, San Diego bush sunflower, California buckwheat. All right. So let's see here. I have a couple options here. I want to see what is what before I take my trail. All right, there's another trail there. This goes to the rim trail. This is a connector to the rim trail. Then I got, okay, here's the San Diego river crossing trail here, it looks like. All right. So, it seems to loop around this hill. Is this where I just came from? Yes. I'm tripping. This is where I just came. Oh boy. I was going, why am I going back towards Playa Catalina? Corte Playa Catalina. Alright. Last goes to the rim trail. There's not any signage there. So let me see what this says. I think it says rim trail. Definitely doesn't say San Diego River Crossing Trail because the letters. Oh, this is the Ct Trail? Goes to Ct Drive, which I'm not going that way. Ooh, got Mojave Yucca. I guess I'm gonna go make a little mini side trip because I see some Mojave Yuccas over here. First ones I've seen of the day. Got some nice ones over here too. Wow, yeah. Got some Mojave Yuccas growing here. Yeah, got some decent sized Mojave Yuccas. Here we go, Yucca scadigera. Nice. A little population of it over here. Okay, that's really nice. Nice, healthy looking yuccas. Very nice. Here's some more right here. Look at that. Very nice. Very handsome. Very beautiful. Of course, I've seen a few of these today, but I haven't really pointed them out. But we have some white sage over here. Some Salvia apiana. Here's another old growth black sage right here. And a taller white sage over here. There's a nice white sage right there. Okay, so intuition is telling me to go that way. So let's see how this works out. And we'll see. This junction here is not signed, so I'm not sure. A couple signs that could be put up here. So let's see where this goes. Ooh, a Roadrunner! Ooh, a greater Roadrunner! I don't know if that caught on camera too well. Ooh, Geococcus californianus. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Very long time, actually. I'm hoping this is the San Diego River crossing trail here. Yeah, there's a greater Roadrunner somewhere in here. That's cool. I think this is the end of this one. I think. Yeah, this is a dead end right here. Okay. Yeah. That's probably why it wasn't signed. It's just another one of these little spurs leading at one of these little platform things. Interesting. Cool, alright. First Roadrunner I've seen, I think, since 2021 or 2022. It's been a while since I've seen a greater Roadrunner. That is so cool. Alright. Alright. I'll try to see if I can find my way back. We'll see. Alright. So, this is the next option right here. So that goes to the rim trail, which is where I'm not going. I'm going this way. I'm going to assume this is part of the river crossing trail. Signage is a little confusing in this section here, but I think this is the right way. Intuition's telling me right now. So, I'll follow this and should find out. A lot of little spurs, though, leading to those little power stations, whatever those are. Offers a little extra side trip opportunity for us adventurous hikers. All right, I'm going to keep working my way along this. If I find out any differently, I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure I'm on the right path back to where I'm supposed to be going. All right, I'll see you along the way. All right, so working my way along this higher part of the mesa here. Another unsigned trail. It also goes to the rim trail. It's another cutoff to the rim trail. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. So here's another cutoff right here or something. I don't know how far that goes. Alright. So what's this? Let's see what this is. West Fortuna entrance. So that goes to Claremont Mesa Boulevard, just under half a mile. And yes, I'm still on the San Diego River Crossing Trail. Again, this leads to the rim trail as well. Okay, so it looks like I am going to be going down this a little bit and then up to that portion of the mesa, that finger of the mesa, it looks like. Okay, I've never been on this part here before, so this is all new for me. There's another spur that goes down there. Not sure where that exactly goes. Very interesting. Very interesting. Definitely making an interesting loop out of this today. All right. We shall see. Found my next hybrid sage, hybrid white and black sage. Looks like Salvia apiana and mellifera together. So this is a white and black sage. You can see the intermediacy between the white sage and the black sage leaves. Here's a white sage right here. Pretty interesting. All right. So yeah, I guess more botany was going to be a factor in this interesting hike. I don't see a lot of black sage in this area. Huh? There's some up there. There's a white sage right here. Salvia apiana. One of the parents of the Salvia apiana mellifera hybrid. Interesting. Yeah, I found a few of them here in San Diego County. It's always good to find. All right, I'll go over this rise and see where the trail leads me. Keep you posted. All right, I think we just about close out the loop. So there's Hill 787. There's that small little mound with the little shade ramada. And one mile to the visitor center loop. That should be where I'm getting close to my trailhead. So there's the little mound I did after Hill 787. I'm just going to go follow this around, and I'll cut through that pass again between Hill 787 and this slightly lower mound here. So yeah, I'm just about to close out the loop portion of the hike. So this will be kind of a balloon loop type of deal here. All right. Yeah, this is where I started it right here. I went up this way, went around to the rim trail, and Corte Playa Catalina, then the San Diego River crossing. So I just closed out the loop right now. Just closed it out. Now begins the regular stretch back to the car. I'm gonna take a look at that sign right there. Let's see what this says. It also says San Diego River Crossing Trail. Huh. I came from that way. Went up this way. So this is where it continues. So I'm actually gonna, looks like maybe make another secondary loop out of this. Look at that massive lemonade berry. Oh, buddy. That's a big one. That's a nice one. Very handsome. Very large, thick branch and thick trunked shrub. Alright, so now we're finally starting to go downhill, which is nice. And we're going down towards Soycott Valley. But I'm not planning on taking any of those trails going east. Not planning on doing that. Planning on sticking to this, going down the hill. So this will actually make another smaller loop. So I'll have mostly downhill, but I'll have one stretch of uphill to get back to my car, which I'm not really tripping about. Yeah, look at the lemonade berries down there. Wow. Oh, there's some big ones. Got such incredible specimens of that plant here in the area. Alright. So beautiful here. Well, I'll see you on the next clip. Keep you posted on my progress. Down I go. Found another hybrid sage. So here's the regular white sage right here, Salvia apiana. Here's the intermediate between black and white sage. So this is the hybrid one. Leaves are shaped more like black sage, but they have more of that grayish color that white sage has. And the smell is intermediate between the minty black sage and real pungent kick of white sage. So that's yet another hybrid sage. And yeah, I don't see a lot of black sage around here. I see a lot of white sage actually. This is predominantly white sage over here. So that's the second hybrid sage I've seen today. Very interesting. This has become a very interesting botanical hike as well. So that's the direction I'm heading. That right there, that trail going that way, is my, I believe, hopefully my last uphill pass of the day. I'm starting to get a little tired, but this has been an invigorating day out here. No regrets. No regrets. Got to hang out with some big laurel sumacs today. Very nice. All right. Down I go. Still working my way back. There's Hill 787. That's where I was earlier. Not even the highest point of my hike today, but the hill with the most, looks like the most prominence in the area, I think. Except I think that mesa top. Actually, I think that mesa top I visited near Corte Playa Catalina. Near that area, I think was actually the high point. I think it was on the rim trail. I think it was, yeah. That was, I think, the most prominent one, but that required the most effort to get to. So right here at a trail junction, which I'm not going to take, but curiosity wants me to look at it. Oh, it's the Soycott Valley Trail. Interesting. That's not where I'm going. I'm going this way. There's another trail junction coming up here too. Take a look at that momentarily. Alright. So, to stay on the Senio River Crossing Trail, I'm going to bear left here to keep following the trail. That's the little pass that I went through earlier before going up there. And this is the hill with that little shade ramada on it. Yeah, so that's Hill 787. So now time for a nice steep downhill walk. I'm going to bear left here again. This will close out another mini loop because originally I went up this way. Originally went up this way to get through that pass. So I just closed out another small loop. Now it's back to originally hiked territory. So I'm gonna keep on going down this, keep you posted. First, there's a nice lush white sage right here. Some big leaves on it. Very handsome specimen. And time to keep on going down this. I'm back almost at that first mound I hit. Right over there. That was the first little mound I hit. So that's almost back to that point already. And it's just pulling downhill and downhill and downhill. Go past that little grotto where the little waterfall is. Yeah. It's mostly downhill, except there's going to be an uphill pull to get back to the little loop trail, the Deerfield Loop, I believe is the name of that one. Very interesting day out here. Glad I came out. Very glad. Help. There's that small hill right there. Made quite a few little side trips today. All right, well, see you along the way. So I'm going back down this steep draw here. So I think it was probably the toughest part of the hike was this. Definitely the toughest part. Because this one goes on for a while. This climb goes on for pretty much almost incessantly until I got to the top of the rise. But also when I got to the peak, Hill 787, this one was also, it was uphill after that too, to get to the top. It's all worth it. You can see the San Diego River crossing up ahead, coming up very soon. And I'll have some uphill to get back to the car. Yeah, pretty cool. Very cool. Very great hike out here. Well, keep you updated along the way. Just enjoying these beautiful hills here, Mission Trails. Lots of beautiful hills and canyons and ravines. A lot of great scenery here. Might take a small break down there by the river though. Alright. See you down the way. Alright, we're just about to hit river crossing again. Back to the riparian corridor. Yes, indeed. Have some riparian stuff going on here. Looks like the marine layer's breaking up pretty hardcore right now. That's a good thing I got most of this hike done before it broke up all the way. Here we are. There's some Fremont cottonwood right over here. Okay, so we'll be crossing the river pretty soon. There's a way to cross it. Here, there's a little cottonwood. Pretty nice. Just caught a whiff of the balsamy aroma these guys have. And we got some tall laurel sumac. And of course, sandbar willow. Yes, indeed. Salix exigua, variety Heinziana. Yes, indeed. Little population here. Some Rosa californica too. The old rose hips. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Oh, we're in a nice, lush riparian corridor. Okay. So what we gotta do is go around this way. There's a small bypass over here. Walk along this little dam right here. Ooh, look at it. California blackberry, Rubus ursinus. Nope, that's not poison oak. Similar shape to it, but it's not. And here's some more Heinz willow. Here's a big Heinz willow right here. Salix exigua, variety Heinziana. This is a big thicket right here. Sandbar willow, big sandbar willow. Okay, so just carefully walk along this. Don't step on any mosquito fish in the water. And it leads us back out by the trail. Wow, yeah, this is really nice. And there's a red willow right there. Salix laevigata. And a Gooding's willow, Salix goodingi. We got a few species of willows here. There's a nice sized red willow over here. In fact, here's another beautiful red willow. Right here. All right. Should lead back to the trail momentarily. So I'm going to take a short break. It's time for the last uphill pull of the day, last major uphill pull. One last uphill stretch, and that's where our little grotto is. Here's water in there. There's a fig tree in there. It's a fig tree, random fig tree. Yeah, that, right in the center. Interesting. Alright, I'm definitely feeling tired now. Here's another part of the little grotto. Looks like it's got figs on it. Yeah, this is another part of the grotto right here. Pretty nice. Yeah, it's a small fig tree. Wow. Pretty neat little grotto here. It's a broadleaf cattail here too. Very nice. There's some California bricklebush. Oh, and yes, a little bit of poison oak. I didn't see a whole lot of that on my hike today. Just a little bit here and there, wasn't that much. Most of my hike was out in the open, sage scrub and chaparral. Mostly sage scrub. Alright, up the hill I go. Alright. See you up the way. All right, just about the top of this rise. Gonna be wrapping this up pretty soon. Great day out here. Great day out here. Can't stress it enough. All right. So I need to go find the Deerfield Crossing Trail. Here it is. Deerfield staging area. Pretty short distance from here. All right. Should be back very soon at my car. It's the first time the sun's really been out. There we go. There's poison oak right there too. Yes. The only time I've been under the sun all day so far. Definitely a great day to be out here. Get back in my car really soon. Short drive home. It's not even that far. Ooh, a baby coast live oak. A little seedling coast live oak. Quercus agrifolia, variety agrifolia. All right. It's been a great day out here. Great day. Great day to be out here hiking. Very good day. Excellent day. And you can see we're still paved over here. There's still a nice couple of foot deep pool right there. Really nice. Here we are again. Plakea odorata, variety odorata. Marsh fleabane. Growing along the side of this. Very nice. All right. All right. Take to the top of the rise. I should be just about at my car. So I'll catch you ready for one more clip before we end this. Alright, as I'm making my last bid back to the car. Look at that handsome Eucalyptus comodolensis. River red gum. Very handsome tree. You hear traffic on Mission Gorge Road. Right over there. Just about back at where I'm parked. So I'll have to figure out how many miles this was. Definitely put in a good few miles today. Here I am, back at the trailhead. Alright. That's where I'm parked right here. Deerfield and Mission Gorge. That's going to do it for my hike today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this adventure. And I'll see you on the next one.